All right, if you've been trading with prop firms for a while or just trading in general for a while and you haven't succeeded, you probably understand by now that most likely it's because of your trading psychology. And everyone's always talking about it, trading psychology, trading psychology. And I think a lot of people overcomplicate it. So, my goal for you for this video is to make it simple because most of the time people are asking, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? When you should be asking yourself, what shouldn't I do? What should I do less of? Okay, and I mean, not just with trading, but with a lot of things in life. Ask yourself, what shouldn't you do instead of what should you do? Okay, think about that. Anyways, I think in order to succeed with prop firms, first you have to understand why prop firms are successful in the first place and how they make their money even when they pay out their traders. Well, number one, a lot of new traders trade prop firms for the main reason because they don't have capital, they don't have money to trade with. So, or I mean, maybe they do, they just don't want to risk that money. So they, depend on prop firms. Because, I mean, you could get a 50K account for less than $200, you know? So, and a lot of new traders, sorry, this video is going to be everywhere. I'm just talking about my mind. I got notes written down that I want to talk about, but bear with me, bear with me. Okay, okay? Right? So, okay, so I was saying, I got ADHD. What the heck? I was talking about retail traders, new traders in general, how they want more capital to trade with. Okay, and a lot of new traders are seeing this as an opportunity to make a lot of money fast, to get rich quick. And although you can make money fast with prop firms, don't get me wrong, I mean, you can also lose a lot of money fast. But I was saying how you have to understand how prop firms work. The main reason they work is because everyone rushes everything, the evaluation, the funding. Everyone rushes to make money when, especially when you're trading with prop firms, which I 100% understand. I mean, I want money, right? So I've been there, I've done that, I've blown many accounts. I know how it feels, okay? So, but that's the issue, that everyone wants everything fast. And if you think about it, everyone's already getting everything super fast. I mean, we have everything at our fingertips with our phones, right? With fast food, with internet, everything's super fast and we're used to it, right? With social media, we're used to being scrolling on our phones for hours, being comfortable, getting shots of dopamine thrown at us every single 5 seconds. And that's the main issue, that you want everything fast. When you ask yourself, why am I failing at prop firms? Most likely you're over trading, over leveraging, doing too much. And you should be asking yourself, well, what shouldn't you do? Okay, you should do less of whatever you're doing and you will succeed. Okay, which doesn't make sense because when we're trading, usually we think, especially in the beginning, we think, well, if we trade more, I haven't talked in a while like this. I was going to say that you probably think if you trade more, you'll make more money. And you're probably used to that because of life, the way you grew up. You probably grew up with people talking bad about money, right? Bad about working hard for money. Oh, I gotta go to work, work my ass off for this paycheck. And a lot of people do that, and we're used to that. We're used to the grind. And sadly, the grind with trading is not the same grind as it would be with another business, with another job. The grind with trading is to take it slow and be patient. Okay, I always say that the hard work with trading is in the patience, which is super hard because we're dealing with money, which a lot of us have an emotional attachment to money, which leads to emotional based decisions. Okay, and we all know the four psychological traits that you need to work on. In a lot of psychology trading videos, everyone always talks about it. That's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm going to give you something different, but let's go over the basics: discipline, emotional control, patience, and resilience. Patience and discipline are basically the same thing. You can't have discipline without patience, and you can't be patient without discipline, right? So how do you start being patient? How do you start being disciplined? Is by just starting. How do you stop over trading? How do you stop doing stupid stuff when you trade? By just starting. How do you stop uh over trading? That's the question that I get a lot. How do you stop over trading? How do you manage emotion? Well, I just started, and every day is every day at a time. You just start. If you don't start, you will never do it. Okay, so try it at least once before you ask how. You know. But yeah, discipline and patience are basically the same thing. And being disciplined and patient in trading is mostly waiting. Wait. Do not chase price. Okay, like today, I was very tempted to just buy when the market was pumping, but it wasn't my time to trade. That's not the time I trade every single day. Why would I get in a trade? Okay. But yeah, most of the discipline and patience in trading is literally just waiting and doing nothing. That's the grind with trading, doing nothing. That's the hardest thing. Okay. So now that you understand that you need to slow down and do less, um, I think you also need to understand that trading really is addictive, and why it's addictive, because you're literally pressing a button and you're making money, which causes a lot of dopamine. Okay, when I make, well, right now, I make $500,000, and like emotionally, I'm not really affected by it. I mean, of course, I am like super like back in the head of, like in the back of my head, but like in real life, like I'm really calm about it. But before, I mean, when I saw $100, I was super pumped and emotionally attached to the money. But fast money equals dopamine. And what did we just say earlier about dopamine? That we get it all the time, and we get it super fast from everything, from social media, from the food that we eat. A lot of things, we get dopamine from. And with trading, you should try to get the least amount of it, because if you get too much of it, it's very addictive, which will lead to the over trading. Okay? Now, how to fix this is by practicing delayed gratification. So, and what delayed gratification is it's just basically it's like working for your happiness. I don't know. Delayed gratification. It's just delaying your excitement. Delaying, for example, like for me, I love breakfast. Okay, I love waking up and eating food, but to practice delayed gratification, I fast. Okay, I fast till later in the day. Most of the day, not all the time, but especially during the week, I try to have my breakfast later in the day. That's an alright example of delayed gratification. Another one would be working out before you eat, or another one would be meditating before you trade. That's another one. That's a really good one. I think if you're not meditating, if you're not journaling, you should start, especially if you haven't succeeded with trading. And also, I mean, we all, if you've been watching YouTube videos about trading psychology, then you know what you need to do in order to succeed with trading. You just haven't implemented it yet. Okay. And with today being Friday, take this weekend to plan the next week. If you're not happy with this week, take the weekend to just relax your mind, meditate, whatever you have to do. Take your mind off the charts and do nothing with the charts. Okay, take a break. And on Sunday, okay, how do I say it? Just I'm trying to figure out like the best words that I could say, but honestly, I kind of forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was gonna say, sorry. I was gonna say that you just have to start. Okay, so on a Sunday or even, on the weekend, plan, and then on Monday, start and actually do it. It's all about starting. Okay, you're never gonna get there if you don't start. Next, I'm gonna move on from that. Is to just be the person that you want to be. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that if you want to be a successful trader, be a successful trader. When you envision, I'm gonna ask you to do something, and I've talked about it a couple of times, but I think it's really important. When you envision yourself being a successful trader, and trust me, it exists. A version of yourself that is successful with trading exists. Okay, you just have to become it. So ask yourself, what would that version of me be doing differently than what I'm doing today? Is that person meditating? Is that person journaling? Is that person taking pictures of their trades? What is that person doing that I could do in order to become that person? Okay. Like, take a second and envision yourself being a successful trader. For me, I envision, like, way before, I envisioned myself in another room, not my bedroom, in another room where I would meditate and pray and actually trade in the same room, like another room. It's kind of weird, but what I mostly envisioned was me meditating before I would actually trade. And I never did it because I thought it was just stupid. I thought, I'm just pressing buttons, I don't need to meditate. But I envisioned myself meditating before trading for a reason. So if you're envisioning yourself, I don't know, let's say doing 10 push-ups before you trade, then do the 10 push-ups before you trade. Become that person that you see somewhere. If you don't see that version of yourself yet, take a break off social media and just spend time with yourself, okay? I think a lot of people are very distracted with social media and they tend to get lost, and they don't understand that, TikTok, Instagram, all these other social media platforms, that's the problem. Your phone is the problem. You're focused on a little screen. You're not focused up here. Sorry if this video was everywhere. I didn't really plan it like that. I just wanted to get it off my chest, and I feel like it could really help someone. But what am I saying? The main thing I want you to get from this video is to not overcomplicate trading psychology. Okay, ask yourself what you need to stop doing. Okay, you already know what you need to be doing. Okay, you just need to start it. And then last thing is to envision yourself as a successful trader. Write down every single little thing you think that version of yourself would be doing. Write it down and become that person. Just be that person. Okay? Another thing, I've been watching this channel. It's called The Power of I Am. And he talks a lot about scripture and manifestation, and I would go check it out if you're interested. It's called The Power of I Am. And he just mentioned in the video that what I just said, basically, like, what do you identify as? Do you identify as a beginner trader, a new trader, a bad trader? Whatever you do, you're going to eventually become. Okay. So if I were you, I would say, I'm a millionaire trader. I'm a rich trader. I'm the best trader in the world, and become that person. Every single time you get this negative thought in your head of what if, or, what if da da da, what if, who cares? Stop and just think positive for once. Okay, who are you? You're that millionaire trader. You're that future trader. You're that future, I don't know, millionaire. Future chart nerd, future stock nerd, future money maker. No, you are not the future money maker. You are the money maker right now. Become that person right now. Okay? So who am I? I'm a millionaire trader. I don't know about you. Okay? So you choose what you want to be. All right? Hopefully this video made some type of sense. I'm sorry if it didn't. I really was just rambling, but I know it will help someone. So if you enjoyed the video, give me a little thumbs up or whatever. But if you want to trade live with me or get mentored by me, I have calls every single morning where I live trade. Also, once you join the school community that I have, you can literally schedule a call with me whenever, and it will be added to my calendar, and we'll chit chat, okay, whenever you want. All right. Thank you for watching.